Welcome back. The update on this other fight in Washington. Trump's HHS just cut the number of vaccines recommended for American children down to 11 shots from 17. Joining us now, Fox News correspondent Alexandria Hoff from Washington with more on this story. Alexandria, what more can you tell us?
Good evening, Liz. Good to be with you. So the 6 vaccines moved out of the universal recommendation category will remain available and covered by insurance, according to the CDC, but just won't be recommended to every child by default. Instead, vaccines for the flu, COVID-19, rotavirus, etc., are being moved into a category that basically means parents can discuss with their child's doctor. The RSV vaccine is now only being recommended for those who are high risk. 11 remain universally recommended. That includes for the measles, mumps, rubella, polio, HPV, as you mentioned. HHS says the revision followed a directive by the president to examine the guidelines of other developed nations. So this new schedule actually looks a whole lot like Denmark's. Secretary Kennedy stating, after an exhaustive review of the evidence, we are aligning the U.S. childhood vaccine schedule with international consensus while strengthening transparency and informed consent. This decision protects children, respects families, and rebuilds trust in public health. But critics fear that the move does the opposite. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, who's also a physician, sharing on X, the vaccine schedule is not a mandate. It's a recommendation giving parents the power. Changing the pediatric vaccine schedule based on no scientific input on safety risks and little transparency will cause unnecessary fear for patients and doctors and will make America sicker. Democrat Senator Patty Murray going beyond that, writing that RFK Jr. should be fired or resign. The updated vaccine schedule is now in place and went into effect yesterday, and it's important to note that it does not advise against any specific vaccine. Liz.
Alexandria Hoff, thank you so much. Joining us now, internist and cardiologist Dr. Peter McCullough. It's great to see you again. What do you make of this? So they're going to narrow the recommendations for vaccines against RSV, meningococcal disease, hepatitis B, hepatitis A, recommending the shots only for high-risk groups, no vaccine recommended before the age of 2 months. What do you make of it?
I'll tell you, I think this was a Trump boss move in a sense, giving HHS the impetus to trim the schedule. It does look a lot more like Denmark. Denmark does not have higher rates of these infectious diseases. In fact, a risk stratified approach is far more appropriate. So high-risk patients will get the vaccines that the doctors believe are indicated, but the schedule is reduced. And the reason why this is important is because the schedule is translated into state law for many states for attending school.
Interesting. So Democrats, medical groups are attacking this decision, including Senate Finance Chair Ron Wyden. A doctor on MS Now is talking about this decision. Watch this.
The risk is some of these diseases are going to come back, on top of the fact that we've already had the return of measles this year. Pertussis, whooping cough, is back. And now they want to bring back diseases such as horrific meningococcal meningitis and meningococcal septicemia. They want to bring back rotavirus, which caused, in the pre-vaccine era, 50,000 to 70,000 hospitalizations a year and killed hundreds of kids and cost the United States $1 billion.
Are they really bringing back diseases because now we have a vaccine schedule that matches Denmark's? I mean, the Trump administration is saying this will restore public trust in vaccines, splitting vaccines into 3 categories: vaccines for all children, vaccines for certain high-risk groups, and vaccines based on shared clinical decision-making with the parents for children not in these high-risk groups.
No, the new approach is far more appropriate. Living conditions from the mid-20th century, that was what it was like when a lot of these vaccines were brought onto the market, are markedly different than they are now. We have improved sanitation, improved nutrition, much better clean air, clean water. The infectious disease risks of today are not the same as they were in the 1950s and 1960s. We're not going to have diseases come roaring back. They haven't roared back in Denmark or Scandinavia.
Got it. Dr. Peter McCullough, thank you for joining us. Now, we're moving on to this story.